Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. All right, I'm super excited because I am perched right outside of this AMC Theater right here, and I'm about to walk in there and see A Quiet Place Day One. So this is the third film in the A Quiet Place series, and I am super excited to check it out. Of course, I have absolutely enjoyed this series from the very first one, A Quiet Place, and then the second part, which is A Quiet Place Part 2, which was initially delayed due to, 2020. It was delayed until, I believe, 2021. And this is the third installment in this series, and I am so excited to check it out. These first two films deal with the family that's portrayed by Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, who are dealing with this alien invasion that happened about 470 days ago. So they're over a year into the invasion, but this film I'm about to see is A Quiet Place Day One. So this takes us back to about a year and a half in the past, to the day that the invasion started. So we're gonna see the day the invasion started, and we're gonna see it through the eyes, not of Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, but through the eyes of Lupita Nyong'o. So looking forward to checking this out. I think she's in New York City. There's, I don't remember the name of her co-star. I'll probably put that in the, on the screen here, but I know it's Lupita Nyong'o, and I am super excited to check this out. Again, A Quiet Place Day One. I'm gonna go in here, get my popcorn, get my drink, get settled down, and just soak in the goodness. I've heard good things about this so far, so my hopes are pretty high. I'm cautiously optimistic, a little bit more than cautiously optimistic, to check this out. And I'll come out here and share my reactions and impressions and just a general sense of whether or not you should check this out. So without any further ado, I'm gonna turn off this car and head in there and check it out, and then I'll come out here and share with you my thoughts. Let's do this. All right, A Quiet Place Day Two. I just saw it, just came out of this AMC Theater here, and I gotta say, I absolutely enjoyed this third entry in this series, this A Quiet Place series. It started with A Quiet Place in 2018, starring Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, followed up by 2021. They released A Quiet Place Part 2. It was supposed to come out in 2020, but it was delayed until 2021. Excellent second part of the series, and that also starred Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. This third part stars Lupita Nyong'o as Sam. She is a terminally ill woman. She's living in New York City, and also stars Joseph Quinn, who plays Eric. And together they are trying to survive this alien invasion. These aliens who basically arrive on the earth all over the world through this series of meteor storms, where these meteors crash into the earth, and what emerges are these large, almost indestructible creatures who cannot see, but they have super hearing, and they hunt everything that makes a sound, and they destroy anything that makes a sound. So human beings are quickly being just absolutely annihilated, by these creatures, and people are fighting to survive. And so Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn's characters are in New York City trying to figure out what in the world is going on and how to survive. People very quickly learn that you must be quiet in this world if you want to survive. If you make any noise, it's over for you. So that is the premise of these A Quiet Place stories, and this third entry is an excellent entry in this series. I think they did a really good job with the pacing, with setting up the dread and the terror of this film, the suspense of this film. It kept me on the edge of my seat, and I really enjoyed that. I also enjoyed that this series held true to form by making you really care about and invest in these characters, starting with Lupita Nyong'o as Sam. She delivered an excellent performance, just with her expression of her emotions without being overly expressive, but you just can sense, based upon the looks on her face, based upon how she expresses herself, what is going on inside her, and the complexity of what she's dealing with her physical challenges, the fact that she is terminally ill, and what she's going through and trying to survive in this apocalyptic nightmare. She did an excellent job acting in this film. and really portraying this character. And Joseph Quinn, I thought he did a solid job as Eric. He played a young man who was going to law school here in Manhattan. He's from England, and he delivered a great performance. Djimon Hounsou appeared in this film as well. He first appeared in the second part 2 of this series, Quiet Place Part 2 right here. You see a picture of him on the back of the slipcase. Djimon Hounsou. So he appeared in this film and did a nice job. And overall, I think that this director did an excellent job setting up the story. Let me look up the director's name real quickly. The director is Michael Sarnoski, and I think he did a great job with the pacing, with the story. Just excellent film. The story was written by John Krasinski and Michael Sarnoski. So John Krasinski, who was the producer and starred in the first 2 films with his wife Emily Blunt, he also wrote the story for this, and I believe he probably he's also a producer on this film along with Michael Bay, Andrew Foreman, Brad Fuller. So excellent production, excellent film, great entry in this series. Lupita Nyong'o carries this film. Her and her cat, they do a fantastic job in this story. She has a pet cat in this film. And what can I say? Excellent entry in this series. Now, you may be wondering, if I haven't seen the first 2 films, so if I have not seen A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2, can I enter this story in this first film, A Quiet Place Day One? And I think the answer is yes. You can see this film first and then go back and see the first 2 films. I think that would be an effective way to experience this series, seeing it in that order. But I think probably the best way to experience this series, if you're going in it cold, is to just see the first 2 films first and then to see this one. But either way you go about it, you're going to get a great experience, and you're going to see 3 of the best films that have come out in the last 5 or 6 years. So however you want to enjoy it, I definitely recommend A Quiet Place Day One. Definitely check it out when you get a chance. This film, I am absolutely sure, will be one of the top grossing films of the weekend. Probably won't supplant Inside Out 2. I think Inside Out 2 will probably still be in the #1 spot for this weekend, but I do see A Quiet Place Day One being in that #2 spot for the weekend. So definitely check it out. That's my impressions from the theater. I definitely can't wait to pick this up on 4K Ultra HD. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about the Quiet Place series? Have you seen those films? Do you plan to see A Quiet Place Day One? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Peace.